You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
2,000 Miles, Walking to Nashville by Lauren Siebert. David Parrish, 54, is walking 2,000 miles across America from Washington State to Nashville, Tennessee, to raise money for the Wishing Star Foundation, passing through Hardy on October 12, just 7 days from his goal. Wishing Star Foundation grants wishes to children with life-threatening illnesses between the ages of 3 and 21, who live in Idaho or Washington, where Parrish began his quest. For every mile Parrish walks, he will donate $1 for the Wishing Star Foundation, in addition to donations he receives for the foundation along the way. It takes $5,000 to grant a child's wish on average, Parrish said. "I have been blessed. I have never had a sick child or family member," Parrish added, "but I don't have to have it happen to me, to know there are kids and families who need help." Parrish continued on from Hardy October 13, for the last week of his journey. "I am in the last 7 days of my walk, and today will be the last day I have to walk 31 miles, Parrish noted. "Tomorrow I will be in Jonesboro, and then I can cut back to 10 miles a day." He plans to travel to Nashville on October 20, where he will walk his final steps of the 2,000 miles. As well as promoting the Wishing Star Foundation, Parrish is also working toward his career in music along the way. "I carry a guitar with me," Parrish said. "This guitar is special not only because it travels with me, but because of who has signed it along the way." Along his walk of faith, Parrish has found inspiration, as he's made path across the country. "I have been writing songs along the way, and performing in different cities. As I go as of right now, I have 5 songs written from things I've seen or heard," Parrish added. Parrish has been promoting his CD called Just the Way You Are, with original songs and an old-style country sound. Parrish hopes to use this journey to get the word out about his music. "I have an event scheduled when I get to Nashville," Parrish said. "There will be a songwriter showcase with several well-known writers and I'm headlining." Parrish has a support network of over 500,000 on Facebook, but his closest would be his son David Parrish, Jr. and friend Ben Speck. "The boys will leave a few hours after I do and meet me with lunch," Parrish said, describing their daily travel, "then drive to the next town, and wait with the camper for me to get there." Parrish mentioned that one supporter rode his bike to join Parrish on his last 4 days, telling him there were hundreds of people waiting for me, to follow me to my final destination, Parrish noted, to welcome him into the city of Nashville. Parrish looks forward to his arrival in Nashville, along with another he is expecting. "I have a grandbaby about to be born on the 27th of this month, and that will be my 6th, Parrish announced. "I'm looking forward to getting to Nashville and getting started, seeing my grandbaby born. I feel like a lot of good has come of this, and it can only get better from here."
You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
Beth McIntyre Best Benefit by Lauren Siebert. Over 250 people attended the benefit for Beth Bess held at the A.L. Hudson Memorial Center in Highland on October 16. The benefit raised more than $10,000 to help with medical bills for Bess, who was diagnosed with leukemia in August. Several local bands donated their time and talent for the benefit, including John Parks and Aaron Walters, the Lockhouse Orchestra, Billy Joe French, Tim Crouch, Gary Rounds, Doug DeForest, Ken Loggins, David Lynn Jones and Friends, Amazed and Tohia Tafar. Jerry Bone donated a bass guitar for the cause, which was later auctioned. In addition to admission by donation, other fundraising efforts included a raffle, balloon animals for $1 and Slay the Dragon t-shirts, worn by many volunteers and attendees during the event. Slay the Dragon is the phrase used to support Bess in her battle. The Slay the Dragon t-shirts seen around town are a sort of campaign and reminder about the fight against leukemia, one t-shirt wearer said. The moment Beth stepped foot onto the gym floor, the crowd was visibly moved, giving her a standing ovation. Helped by her family, Beth made her way to the microphone and began to speak. "Thank you all so much for coming, and for all of your prayers and your support. We truly are here because of that, and I truly can feel the prayers that were lifted up for me and my family, even when I couldn't hear, or I was not awake or alert. I know so many people worked so hard, whether they were collecting things or organizing, and who knows where this is going to go. I just know, without a shadow of a doubt, that we all know I am standing here because of a miracle. It's not over. I just ask for your prayers. None of us have been untouched by cancer in our immediate family. We are just so grateful to the researchers that have come so far. My two sisters were another miracle, because both were tested, and both are able to be donors when I can get my bone marrow transplant. To have one donor in the family is a miracle, but the doctors, nurses and the techs say to have two in the family is just off the chart that I have two. We serve such an awesome God, and I'm so grateful we can still tell it, and I'm going to tell it every chance I get. As I said, a lot of people have worked so hard, and there's one in particular I'd like to thank, who is John Parks. Because this was all John's idea, and Sarah Jo jumped on board. I'm so thankful. Cancer does affect so many people, but there are things cancer cannot do. I want to tell you some of those things, because cancer is so limited. It cannot cripple love. My husband has been here for me. If it wasn't for him and my mom and my sisters, it cannot shatter hope, and we do have hope. It cannot corrode faith, and, praise God, it cannot destroy peace, and it cannot kill friendships, and I'll tell you, it has bonded so many people closer. It cannot suppress memories, and if the Lord calls me home today, don't you dare think the miracles never happened, because they did. It cannot silence courage, it cannot invade the soul, it cannot steal eternal life. It cannot conquer the spirit. Hebrews 13:5 says, I will never leave thee or forsake thee, because God feels all of our struggles, and He sees our tears, and He holds our hand. He held my hand and literally heard the wails of your prayers for me to come back and for these precious grandbabies. I am so grateful, and thank you so much for all your prayers. I love all of you, and just keep praying. Upon conclusion of the speech, people were seen crying, holding hands, smiling at each other and hugging. Well, our next song was called Cry, but I don't think we're gonna play that one. I think we're already there, said Sarah Jo from the Lockhouse Orchestra, before continuing the benefit with another song. Bess was able to stay long enough to hear several other performers at the benefit. As she stood to leave, Bess turned to face the crowd one more time, saying God bless and thanks to all who attended.
You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
Fall Foliage Fest. Fall Foliage Festival brings a variety of bikers and campers to Griffin Park by Lauren Siebert. The Spring River Bike Rally Fall Foliage Fest took place October 14 to 16 on the 150-acre Griffin Park located along the Spring River. With several events scheduled for each of the days, Griffin Park was certainly busy with excitement. On October 14, the event kicked off with the rally campers making camp throughout the day in a wide range of style, from 40-foot motorhomes to basic camping tents. By the end of the day, the campers were settled in and the music and entertainment began, featuring Mr. Happy and Chili Rose. The next morning, the games began. We had several contests set up for the weekend, different biker games such as the poker run, tattoo contest, People's Choice Bike Show, and much more. Al Court, who assisted in promoting the event, said. The evening's entertainment began with hundreds gathered to see Sticks and Strings kicking off the music for the day, followed by the Tuning SOBs. After a short break, the game and contest winners were presented awards. Tripping Nicky resumed the music program, followed by the Zach Williams and Reformation Band, finishing out with the Vicky McGee Band and Triple Threat. According to Vicky McGee, of the Vicky McGee Band, the turnout was great and we are looking forward to playing the next rally next year. McGee went on to say it's rare that I get to play with Triple Threat, referring to Penny Wolf and Sarah Jo Rourke from the Lockhouse Orchestra, but we look forward to this event, because it brings us together again. An estimated 1,000 people enjoyed the festivities at Griffin Park. On the same day Hardy was hosting many more as well, with several events in Hardy and Loughburg Park. I would say there were thousands who came out to join in the fun, Hardy Mayor Nina Thornton said. Some were from here, but I would say about half that I saw were not. With the combinations of all events over the weekend, local shops noticed a boost in business, as the streets of Hardy were flooded with pedestrians and vehicles looking for the next shop to enter. Several traveling vendors, as well, noticed the effect, mentioning they were pleased with the turnout and reaction from the community.
You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
First Bow Shoot hits the mark by Lauren Siebert. The first annual Christian Fellowship Bow Shoot was held October 15 in Hardy at Beaufort Beach near Loughburg Park, with more than 150 people attending. While the event was free for all to participate, donations were accepted and went to benefit the New Beginnings Pregnancy Center in Ash Flat. There were 8 different classifications for the bow shoot. We have open and fixed pin, bow hunter, ladies, traditional, youth ages 12 to 17, cubs ages 9-11, and pee-wee ages 8 and under, Hartness said. There were medallion bags given to all children who participated in the event. There was also a walk-through bow course with 3-dimensional targets. This is our first year to do this, however we do have hopes to make this an annual event, and to find more to add for next year, Hartness said. Tommy Tomcat Garner and Crowbar Russell were on hand, as local celebrity hosts for the event, along with guest biologist Steve Taylor. We had the hosts and biologist Steve Taylor along with several people who got up to give their testimonies, Hartness said. Another purpose was to serve as a non-traditional kind of outreach. Our goal is to reach the person that might not normally consider spiritual life, Roger Hartness, one of the organizers of the event, said. Maybe they'll come to this bow shoot, he continued, because I believe a church isn't supposed to be confined to a building, it's supposed to be life. According to the flyers posted throughout town, there was no alcohol and no profanity allowed at the event. Hartness stressed that all were welcome at the bow shoot, but that it was a Christian event. We tried to involve Christian community like a one-day outreach, Hartness noted, adding, there were about a half a dozen churches represented and different denominations who attended. A free lunch was also available to both those who participated in the bow shoot, as well as all who attended the event.
Thanks for listening to Spring River Chronicle Audio on the Go. Be sure to subscribe to the paper and check us out online at myspringriver.com.